All right, I'm about to start this webinar. I'm pretty stoked about it. Every week I do a jam session where I connect with my students. They can see how to do deals and have a lot of fun doing it. And we're going to be starting in just a second. And I'm going to put Facebook Live on right now. All righty. All right, we're live at the jam session.
Welcome to the webinar. You have
It's
entered
starting.
as an organizer and may now speak to any other organizers
people are
or
crawling in
panelists
here.
on the line. When you are ready to begin the presentation, press the Start Broadcast button on the GoToWebinar control panel to allow all attendees to hear you. This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting edition of the Jam Session, where I answer all questions that are necessary for you to become better marketers, better real estate investors, better negotiators, better pretty much everything. Just become better than you think you could be, and get some monster, killer, awesome, phenomenal, wickedly crazy good deals. I'm going to throw in as many adjectives as I can in there, and just have a lot of fun in the real estate business. And of course, the more you know, the more you can make money, which is all about. This is all about taking care of your family, having some passive income, and of course enjoying every moment of every day with the people that you care about, not the people that you have to be around necessarily. Like if you have a job and you hate what you're doing, you could actually quit your job if you so decided, if you had enough passive income to replace what you're doing, which is what this is all about. So today is all about answering your questions, making sure that you stay on track, stay on course. Despite when it gets hard, and it does get hard. Not any. I had a call from an agent today saying, that didn't show up to actually a deal that Andrew out of the UK is doing. Just didn't show up. The owner didn't show up. Deal is a pretty wickedly good deal. It's almost a 20 cap in North Carolina, and nobody showed up. And I'm glad I didn't actually fly there. I didn't have time to do that today, but agent apologized, and you know what? Shit happens. It is what it is. So, Cliff, always good to see you. Olivier as well, nice to see you. Alex, good to see you as well. And Marie's also always a pleasure. So I'm looking forward to answering any questions that you might have. I'm going to have a new sort of Rob, nice to see you as well. Always excited to see your success. Kim, very nice to see you as well. And Graham as well. Good eye, all the way from Australia. Kim from, let's see where people are from here, Toronto. We have Sam from Montreal. Marie's from Montreal as well. We got Olivier from Montreal. We got people from all over the world here, and London. Very blessed to have been all over the world, helping people all over the world buy properties in the US, which is pretty wicked awesome. All right, so we'll get started. All you have to do is put Q in your question box. All you have to do is put Q. Once you have Q in your question box, you're able to ask me a question. Only one Q is necessary, Mr. Olivier. You don't need to give me 17 Qs, but I appreciate that. I guess I will put you on first. Let me just get your attendee here and get started. So always good to see all of you on the call. Mo as well from London. Nice to see you. Sammy as well. Good to see you. Van, hi from Winnipeg. Good to see you as well. Varghese is working on a killer deal as we speak as well. All of you are really working on some pretty cool deals. All right, let's get to Olivier here, which is in the O section. Here we go. Olivier.
Allô?
Comment ça va?
Hey, super.
Good. Parle-moi de ça.
How are you?
I am feeling fine. Thank you very much. I look forward to answering your question.
Yeah, I put more cues because I have more than one question.
I understand. You have 4 questions clearly, but I can hardly hear what you're saying. So if you could speak up into the microphone, that would be great.
Okay. Is this better?
Not really, but go ahead. I can hear you kind of.
Okay. Well, we've done a luxury home campaigns where we sent out letters and all that.
Yep.
We have gone down with the seller to 1.2.
Mm-hmm.
We said to him we needed it under 1.15. He said no, I owe more than that, so 1.2 is the lowest we can go. On the market, it was at 1.7. So at this point, like he agreed to 1.2 if we paid closing costs. What's the next step?
Okay, give me the address real quick.
It's 211 North Tranquil Path in Springs, Texas.
Why are they selling?
It's a huge house. They had 7 kids. Now only one is left at home. They don't need a big house like that.
It's been listed all the way up to 1.8.
Yeah.
The problem with Texas, it's really hard to see comps because they have a privacy. They have a one for 2 million that sold around the corner. It's a nice house.
Yeah, it's a really nice house. And he said that for those who know football, Adrian Peterson has a house in the area. It's called the Woodlands. They
Yep.
like to say the Woodlands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is near Houston, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And why is he selling? Just because it's
Well,
big?
yeah, they have 7 kids, but only one is left home, and he's like 15 or 16, so they want to downsize basically.
Gotcha. So they don't want to make any money. They just want out of the house.
Yeah, well, at this point, yes, it looks like it.
Okay. All right. So what you've done right now is do exactly what I wanted you to do, which is build a gap where we're at 1.15, he's at 1.20. He wants out of the property. He owes about. He's basically wanting to get out from underneath the property. So at this point, it would be an auction pitch.
Okay.
It would because we want to get when we're dealing with luxury property, we want to get to a difference as to. I'm actually going to use my something I don't normally do. I'm going to go on this and I'm going to put my video camera on so you guys can see me. Hopefully it works. You guys see me okay?
Yes.
All right.
Hello.
So what we want to do is establish what's called a gap. And I don't know if you were at the luxury homes training a few like last
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
but
Well, I remember some concepts.
yeah.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it's called the gap. So the seller is here, and we're coming to a disagreement. And the more gap that you establish, the bigger the gap, the better the deal can be, depending on what the value of the
Obviously.
property is. Yeah. So we want to get to basically an impasse, which is where we're at now. Once we get to an impasse, we have an opportunity to say, listen, I know you want 2 million. We need to be under 1.15. I would love to be able to give you 1.2, but every penny counts when you're dealing in these because our margins are very tight. And I will actually do this pitch for you because you've never done it before. And
No.
then we're basically going to say, listen, we'll be happy to give you 1.2, but it's going to be in a creative way. And this is how we suggest that we do it. And then at that point, we do an option. We control the property for 6 months. And we have now 6 months to find a buyer for the property for as close to 1.7, 1.8 as possible, depending on what the comps are.
Okay.
So the next step is to get it under contract with an option, which is basically no money in and control the property for 6 to 8 months. It's a 6 month option, with a 3 month option to extend if you
Renew
find a buyer.
or extend.
Only if
Yeah.
you find a
Okay.
buyer. So if there's no buyers that are found within an X amount of time, then we don't have a 3 month extension. If we have a buyer that on month 5 and they need 2 months to close, we get a 2 month extension allowing us to close with that specific buyer if they need a 90-day closing. So
Okay.
it gives us some latitude to be able to figure out what to do there, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So in this case, I would like to do an option pitch with you sometime tomorrow. So see what time he's available, or even tonight. If I don't know if you've been texting him or calling him, but if he is available, he would be right for an option pitch.
Okay. And how should I present you basically? Because
As your boss.
I've basically yeah, as your boss. Or
Yes.
I'm
Just
not
say
my
it's
boss.
my
Sorry.
boss
Yeah.
that stays in his just one of my superiors, just my just whatever it is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'll try to figure a time that's good for him.
Yeah. I'm
To
pretty
call.
open tomorrow. Other than the morning, I have to go to Lake City to we close on a mobile home park. I got to go to Lake City just to do a final walkthrough. Um,
Okay. Okay. All right. That sounds good. Now we have another one similar to it in the sense, except that that one we're dealing with the agent of the seller.
mhm.
And the agent keeps saying, send us an offer so we can present it with all the terms and conditions. Uh, I
What's the
don't know
address of
what.
that one? What's the address of that?
Sorry?
What's the address of that one?
That one is
Now, so just so everyone understands our exit on this. before we move on to the next one. So we're going to be into the property for 1.2 and try to sell it as close to 1.3, 1.4 as possible. So we control it for 1.2, and if we sell for 1.3, 1.4, guess what? What do we make? 100, 250, 300,000. The more we sell it for, the better it is. Now, it's not even listed right now, is it, for 1.5? It's not even listed at the moment. It was listed for 1.7. So conceptually, we won't be able to get any more than 1.7 for it. However, as soon as we get involved, we're going to get an agent to list it for us at 1.9 million. So we're going to increase the price the second we get involved. So if you've ever attended the luxury homes training and have the manual, sort of the secret recipes in there, but ultimately what we do is we control it, we put a higher price tag on it, we get a charity involved, we give a percentage to charity, we make sure that the charity is taken care of. We can, if it's poorly furnished, that might be a problem as well. We get an interior decorator to do all that. And Woodlands is a very, very good area of Texas. It's a strong. It's not a. Obviously, it's a higher end area. A speaker that used to work for me, Steve Clemens, lives in the Woodlands area. So it's a very, very desired neighborhood. It's not the ghetto. It's the opposite of a mobile home park. It's the complete opposite.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the other one, the address is 431-433.
431-433. Mm-hmm. Yep. Are you there?
Jane Road.
I did not hear a word you just said. I heard 431.433, and that was it.
Jane Mar Road.
I just Jane Mar, like this, Jane Mar?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Road in Fallbrook?
Yeah, California. Yeah.
Okay, what is this a multi-unit or?
No, it's a home that has another lot basically on it that has two addresses. That's not the best. Zillow has better pictures.
Because this looks like a lot of grass.
Hang on.
That must be the road there. That must be the property there.
Yes.
I can't find it in Zillow. Here. I know what's happened to my computer. I'm just going to have to start over. Genmar Road, right? Fallbrook?
Yes.
I'm going to remove this guy. Maybe there's this guy. Maybe that's the problem. Oh, there it is. Zillow has no pictures. That's the problem.
Yes. Hang on. I'm trying to find the listing directly on the agent's website.
Yeah, I can't find pictures, but so regardless of that, what's the? It's listed for how much?
It's listed at a range of 1.75 to 2.195, basically.
So 1.7 will be is the number. You take the low number, obviously.
Yeah.
And what's 0.7 of that?
It's 1.3.
Yeah. So
sorry, 0.7 is 1.2.
So tell the agent that your offer will be south of 1.2.
Yeah, we already did that, and that's why they're saying write up the offer.
Then make an offer. Do an LOI, a residential LOI, the one, not the commercial one.
Okay.
That you got at the 3-day, and do a residential LOI for 1.1 million.
Okay.
1.1 million, 1.1 million and $7,000. 1.107.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a residential LOI by any chance?
Well, no, because I only teach it in my seminar. I actually don't have them. Of course I have it. It's also an
Okay.
online portal. If you actually look on the, do you have access to the LMS? All the forms are on there.
Well, I do have access, but I've never seen any forms there. I
It's
don't know if I'm the only one,
no, they're
but
if they're definitely there under forms. If you send, it's under REE Mastery.
yes.
If you log in, the forms will be there. Pinky promise.
So it's a residential LOI, not an offer,
No, you don't make
correct?
an offer. You make a residential. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will check there and I'll bust your balls if it's not there.
Please bust my balls. I need some ball busting. If it's not there, if it's not there, it means you don't have the correct access. It means you don't have the right access that's been assigned to you. So send an email to mkgeek@reemastery.com.
Oh,
mk-geek. Here, I'll write it down for
eh,
you. Here,
okay, thanks.
mk-geek at ree. That guy. Okay. Real
Okay,
estate
I
education
will do
ministry.
that.
Here, I'm going to send it to everyone. And that is if you now some of you have access to different levels depending on the program that you're in. So if you all of you should have access to the basic forms, but if you're the higher up you are and the more you've engaged, or if you're a student of mine directly, if you're a diamond, then you will have access to commercial everything. If it's up to a certain point, you only get access to residential stuff. A way to bypass that is to attend Success Reflex, and we give you access to that as well. So the Success Reflexers get access to the commercial stuff too. Or if you've attended the commercial class, you have access to commercial as well. So all in there. Okie dokie.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are there more questions, or is that it?
That was it. It's those two deals that we with our luxury home campaigns
Yeah.
that are closest to getting anything.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's very good. All right. Where are the attendees? Here we go. I got to unmute you. There you go. And we're on to the next question. Da, 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 da. Yang says hi. Graham has a question. Graham under G. They don't do this alphabetically in the right way. All right. Mr. Graham, you have to unmute yourself. I can't hear you. There we go.
How's it going?
Fantastic. Oh, it's Liam.
Yeah. You know how I was negotiating with those 24 units in Cleveland?
Yes.
Yes. So I was speaking with the agent today, and he said that the son's pretty keen for me to take over the mortgage, but he also mentioned something that if the mortgage not assumable, that the owner seems to be interested in doing a wraparound mortgage. What does that involve?
I'll walk you through it.
Yeah, because I've never heard the term wraparound mortgage.
It wraps around. So I'm going to use today's going to be a fun day. Today's going to be all about visualization. Where's my microphone? Can you guys see me? There we go. You have a mortgage,
Yep.
and then you wrap around a new mortgage over this mortgage, and you pay this mortgage that pays this mortgage.
Okay, I see what it does. So it's sort of like a second note almost.
It is, but you're like a contract for deed is a wraparound.
Yeah.
That's a form of wraparound. You can do an AITD, which is an all-inclusive trust deed wraparound, which is basically a mortgage that wraps around that one as well. A lease option is a form of wraparound. Alex is doing a master lease, which is basically also a form of wraparound. In Texas, he's doing one of those. You can buy the LLC, which is another form of doing that. There's a lot of ways to do it. So before you come to any specific end conclusions with your seller, make sure I get involved so you get the best possible options. Because some of you are keen on doing owner financing, but you want to do owner financing in a way where you pay as little interest as possible, or overhead interest, where they're bumping up the points a little bit so they're making money off you every month. We want to cash them right away, and then we just take over the debt. That's what we're looking for.
That was just my main question, because I've never heard that term.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, and it helps. That deal's just progressing slowly because the person's just finding out details from the bank, see whether we can assume the mortgage and go from there, essentially.
Well, we don't want to say assume the mortgage. We don't want to say that. We want to say, excuse me, we want to say take over debt. Because by mortgage assumption, it means that you're on the hook financially for the property. It means that if you don't make a payment, they're on the hook for it. You're on the hook for it. We don't want that. We don't want to be in a position of us taking over, assuming the mortgage. We just want to say we're going to take over the debt. So we're going to service that debt, and that's what we're going to do. So take over that debt.
Keywords. Oh, by the way, I got your red socks.
Fantastic. Did you actually get to Meijer, or did you have to order them?
No, I actually went to the supplier.
Oh,
Warehouse.
no.
No joke. I've got a video of it and everything.
Oh, no, don't take offense to this. I'll be humping your leg. I'll be very, very, very pleased to see you. Thank you.
Anyway, see you next week. I
look forward to it. Yeah, see you next week. Fly safely.
Thanks.
Yes, cheers. Look forward to seeing you guys. That's Graham and Liam. They're coming in from Australia for Success Reflex. Excited to see them. All right, Alex has a question. Alex, my newest whiz kid, 22-year-old whiz kid. Hey, buddy, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Yeah, so my guy Casey on the mobile home park deal, remember how we emailed him and then we basically told him the fastest we can close is possibly 45 days?
Yes.
So now he's saying, like, I asked him for the 37 days due diligence and the seller wants to close in 8 days for a total of 45. I'm thinking that's not going to happen. And then basically he's responding saying, without the bank's involvement, this should not create any problems. So I'm trying to...
Wait a second. So it's 37 plus 8 days for closing?
Well, 37 due diligence, 8 days closing.
That's
but
fine.
I don't want to do that.
Well, it's fine.
Oh, that's enough?
Yeah. Yeah, he gives us 45.
Like from... Is it enough to get Pete's money in time?
It's enough to get financing in time if we rush it, yes. It should take, the max amount it should take is 45. And if we hustle or bustle, if we can go to like super private money where it's basically just, it's going to be higher interest. But I would rather get the deal closed at a higher interest and refi that guy out and do it for a short period of time than lose the deal.
Yeah.
We could close in 2 weeks.
I don't...
We could close in 2 weeks. What's the cap rate on that?
Cap rate is 169,000 divided by, let's see, 925.
So
17.8.
There's
like 165 divided by 925.
165 divided by 925, right? And how many units are there?
925.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's 17.8.
222.
And how many are actually being used?
Yep. He said currently 86.
86.
But it's kind of weird. He told me that it's 125 units as a mobile home park, and the other 125 is designed as an RV park. So they kind of operate it like a hotel.
Okay. Yeah, in and out. That's pretty good, and they're only at half capacity, correct?
Yeah, pretty close to that.
Yeah, they're actually at 86 out of 222. They're at less than half. If we can get, do you know what each space approximately goes for?
380 per unit.
Where is this park? In Texas?
It's in Texas, yeah.
So it's very similar to what we called in the select call yesterday, but just different units times so $380 a month times 222. Let's say 200 if we have a 10% vacancy. That's $76,000 a month times 12 months. We're looking at $912,000 a year times 0.6 for expenses, $547,000 NOI. You should be buying this park at full capacity for $547,000, actually $5 million. And if we can get this thing for under $1 million, which is what you're getting it for, it's going to be a steal.
Yep, I know that.
Yeah, it's going to be a key deal. And plus, you have how many units in Texas right now that all you have to do is sign the contract and it's done?
Yeah, we got the second draft today. It's 23 units. We're taking over debts for $60K, but we're actually kind of pay less because now they're going to be applying the security deposit credits.
Good.
And the other credits.
Good.
So we're only paying like really $40,000, but we get a control an a cumulative asset that's worth roughly about 900K.
Good.
For 40K in.
Yeah. So you control $900,000 in real estate for $40,000. And what's your net? What's your net monthly on that?
The net on that one is, well, they're all varied, but I calculated on my spreadsheet. It's about 140,000 NOI.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For $60K.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know about you guys.
Okay, I have another. Sorry, keep going.
And you just started right after Success Reflex, right?
Yep, I just started a month ago, and I got a bunch of things I'm working on, but these are the two closest ones that are coming together. So it's very possible I'll be Texas possibly next week.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
So,
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
All right, you have another question, or is that it?
I have one more question. It's also related to my mobile home park. It's pretty short. He's basically saying the park assets that come with the property is 60 mobile home parks, and they have title, like they have their own titles. But he's saying that 7 of them are owned by the park, but do not have accurate SOL information.
Okay,
I don't know what that.
They'll have to get title work done. We need to have all the titles for closing, so they're going to have to prepare that. They have to go to the DMV and get titles for them.
They have to go where?
They'll have to go to the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. A mobile home is a car.
Yeah, gotcha.
So they have to go to the DMV and get titles for them. So that has to be that has to be clear. And gotcha. I'm okay with 8 days, just because we said what, 15? 37.
What do you mean?
We said 37 for due diligence and 15 days to close after that, correct?
Yes.
So he said 8, just go to 10, and then we're done. So we get 2 extra days. He's not going to say no to that. So just put 10 days instead of 8, and I'm okay with that. 37 days is what we need for due diligence, no problem there. And we also need to make sure that all the titles are actually on the property, because whatever lender is lending us the money needs to control those titles. If they don't have titles at closing, we won't close.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. That's it.
Awesome. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Proud of you. Doing good. All right. Rob does no question. Very cool to see you as well, Debbie. Hope you're well. Keep in touch. Maryse has a question. Maryse. Voilà, Maryse. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
Okay, I'm fine too. Okay, I have like 3 small questions, I guess.
Yeah.
I want just the first question was about the luxury property, and you said there was a higher price charity and decorator, to take care of that. What does charity means?
Charity and charité. Comme charity. On fait des dons pour une bonne cause.
Okay, so yeah, but what is the link with that property, purchase?
We get, for example, Make-A-Wish Foundation to support the. We say 10% of everything we make on this property will go to Make-A-Wish Foundation. So now we get press releases that get sent out to all the Make-A-Wish people. If there's a large football community in the area, we get if there's a neighbor that is a football player, we get them to sign a whole bunch of jerseys or footballs, and all those get donated to Make-A-Wish Foundation, or we sell them at the event to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. This attracts people. Now we can get media coverage. We send out a press release to the newspaper, the TV, on Facebook saying, hey, we're doing a charity event at this house. We would love to have you see you there. We'll have a football player signing autographs and for $20, and that goes to Make-A-Wish Foundation. So we're basically bringing in as much traffic to the property as possible over a short period of time, and at the same time, we're having people make offers on the property. So it's a charity event where they can offer and also buy a house.
Okay, good.
Whenever we've
Yeah.
done this, we've gotten a lot of free media coverage, newspaper, TV, radio, all for free if we have a charity linked in. And it's a pretty sweet, when all the wheels are running together, it's a very sweet process. It works really well.
Okay, that's good. Now, thank you. I just would like to know when you think you can read that contract about the hotel.
I promise you by the end of today, and it will be by the end of today.
Excellent, excellent. Next question is like, as we partner many times, people partner together, and is there a way that we could move quicker that the operation agreement, because from one to another, we have different roles and it changes, but we have, there is from the mobile home park we have to finish, and there are some another one that is pending. So what could be the way that we could put better, make it quicker, or we can, is there any form that we could use? And
well, I have a sample operating agreement that you could use to fill out and do if you want to do that faster. We're usually at the mercy of somebody else's schedule. I think we put, if it's one of your deals, I think we put that in Bob's hands, and Bob is doing what he can for that. I think we paid for him to do it. I can't remember. This is if you're referencing your own deal. But I can, if you want a sample operating agreement from another deal, we can definitely send you a copy of that and get that going.
Yeah, because we still have the 3 houses to be, done for that too.
Yes, I don't. Yeah, I haven't followed up with that at all. But that's on you, I think, on you to do that. There's a lot of trust right now within all of us, so I don't think it's a problem. But I think it needs to be done at one point to make sure that.
Yeah, for me, it's not a matter of trust, because I feel good with the people here, and it's a matter of security, because just for instance, like if I pass, I'm the senior in the group, okay, so for those deals, and if I pass away, my children don't have anything, don't have any proof of anything, and it's not comfortable for that.
Let's not even talk in those terms, but yes, it should be done. It's not about non-trust, it's about doing things correctly, and that's you are.
That's it.
So let's now that we're in a new year, and I think let's make it a point to make sure that we take care of those things between now and the end of the month. How's that?
It would be great, great. So if you can send me that operating agreement form, I could maybe try to do something for the second deal,
Yeah, yes, that's fine. Yes, that would probably be the best thing. No problem.
Yeah, okay. And I wait for your news then. Okay, so thank you, and it's very good. I like it all the time. Thank you.
By the way, how is that deal coming along? Has Ron started renovating those properties?
Oh, it's done. The renovation are done. So I'm waiting for tenants for my first house, the very first house, and then those 3 houses. Okay, so everything is ready.
He's finished all of them already? He finished all 3 houses?
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be finished before Christmas, but I didn't get the pics yet, and so I have to follow up with him, and it was supposed to be done. So, and he wants to have a probation or for Section 8 program or another program. He says it was similar, and that could be almost as good as a Section 8, okay?
Let me know. This is in Dayton?
No, Toledo.
Toledo, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I received during the Christmas time some message from him. There is a new law about some du plomb. I think the plomb dans la peinture. What is the word in English?
Lead.
Lead. Okay, so there are some rules, and from those houses that are before that year, so we are into that. So there would be something to pay for inspection for that, or to put, I just read it like that. I said, well,
just ask Ron what has to be done. That's all.
Yeah. That's why I didn't panic then.
Yeah. Good. Don't panic. Just say, what do we need to do? And then you get it done.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that's it. So we keep on track, and I'm going to do follow-up so we can find those tenants shortly, hopefully.
Good. Excellent. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Thank you.
Bonne année.
Bonne année, yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
There is Marie. There she is. All right. Very good questions, Maryse. Kim, let's hope your mic works this time. Kim,
Can you hear me,
I
guys?
can hear you perfect.
Oh, great. So I was wondering, like, how do you know that a contractor is right to be hired? Like sometimes you get quotes like 100,000 or 150,000 difference.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
I usually go with the middle ground, not the highest quote, not the lowest quote, but the one that's in between.
I see. And on Thumbtack, I'm getting only like 5 contractors on a project. How do I get more?
5 is a lot of contractors. If you want to just repost it and wherever because you're putting it on Thumbtack, right?
Yeah.
Repost it.
Yeah, I did that. I got two of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go into another city. Go into Akron, and then go into different cities and around there,
Okay.
or neighboring cities, and see if you can get someone, or expand the circle of how many miles away you want them to be, because I think you can do that on Thumbtack.
Okay. And also I was wondering, like the deal that I got in Success Reflex about a shopping mall,
Yes.
where one of the tenants, the Diamond Brothers, are leaving.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they came back saying it's not sold yet. It's in the 415, I think. For 15,000.
Mm-hmm.
So how easy is it to find a tenant for a shopping mall?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the agents that are there. So ask an agent and ask how many. It depends on price. It depends on location. It depends on condition. It depends on a lot of things. So I would suggest that you ask an agent after you get it under contract. Get the best deal you can, and then just do due diligence. I was just talking about Malik about this today. Is don't spend so much time doing due diligence before you have it under contract, because if you do that, then someone else is going to tie it up. If I was competing against you while you're thinking about it, I have it under contract. So the key is get it under contract as quick as possible. You have a due diligence period, use it, and then bow out of any contract that just doesn't make any sense based on the numbers that they have. So this is not about doing research before you pounce. It's shoot first, aim later, and then adjust afterwards your price.
Okay.
So
And
counter, if they've, I would be in the twos. Just see if you, because even at the number that we had it at the Success Reflex was a good number. I know that one of the tenants is leaving, which is going to affect it, but I would still, stick. They haven't sold it yet. And I know they wanted to sell by the end of last year. So I would go in at, something with a 2 in front of it and see what happens, because then you can't lose. There's only an upside.
the twos, it was in the fours that I offered.
Yes. Now go into
So
2.
now go in the twos.
Yes.
Okay.
295, 299, 297,600. Yes.
Okay, cool. And for the luxury homes, you need deep pockets to do this, right?
Can you reach into your pocket right now
Okay.
and tell me what you have?
0.
You're qualified.
Okay, great. Yeah, when is the next
Money to
one?
make money. You need brains to make money. The reason why you attended Success Reflex. How much money did you did you get your $1,000 back, by the way, for your deposit?
Uh-huh.
Hello?
Sorry, you are cutting off.
You put a deposit on the Cleveland deal, $1,000. Did you get that back?
Yes,
You got it back?
not yet.
Okay.
It's in the mail apparently, yeah.
Okay, but it is coming to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you get your $1,000 back, how much money did you have out of your pocket on that deal?
0.
0. And how much did you make? How much of a wire transfer got put into your account?
20. Yeah.
20,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Pleasure working with you, Marco.
And that's the point. Is if you know what you're doing, if you have knowledge and the right training and the right, I'm going to quick toot for my own horn here, the right mentor that's done it before. All you have to do is follow the steps, and you'll start making money. It's about you making more money using your brain, your wallet. That's it.
Mm-hmm. You just need to duplicate yourself, multiplicate yourself.
Just focus
Yeah.
it's an everyday thing. I'm doing this every freaking day, and I'm I'm doing it
Yeah.
every day. And I don't do it because I have to. I do it because I love it. I love seeing you get a big payday, probably a month's worth of salary. I don't know what you get paid, but at least a month's worth of salary, 10K US.
Mm-hmm.
In one deal. I love that. That freaking
Mm-hmm.
makes me super happy. 20K US is more than a month's salary for most people. So do that once a month, and why would you even work anymore? Because now you're making more money doing real estate than you can anywhere else. But at least you have your job now to take care of your bills, and you use real estate to supplement your income. And as soon as it's way more than what your job is doing, then you can say F you to your job and F you to your, into your boss and what you're doing.
Yep, you're a Superman, Moko. Thanks.
Yeah. Man, I just want to make sure that you do it right. That's all. Love you long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. All right, cool. All right, Reggie.
I am here.
Hello, Reggie. You have to say something, Reggie, in order for me to. You were here and then you disappeared. You and technology are hilarious. Reggie, I cannot hear you. You have to unmute yourself. I heard you for a second. I heard I am here, and then you did something with your button. Reggie, come back to me. Reggie. Oh. All right, Reggie, I'm going to let you figure out your technology. I'm muting you so I can go on to the next question. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to Karen. Karen out of Australia. Karen Chung. Hello, Karen. Where's Karen? Just literally went offline. Where did Karen Chung go? Karen, you just disappeared. Brian, Cara, Carmelita, Chris, Christine, Cliff, Cyril. Karen just disappeared. How weird is that? Oh, she's back. That was so weird. I've never seen that before. I unmuted her and Karen, I tried to unmute you and you disappeared. So I'm going to go to Vicky. I don't know what's going on here, but Mr. Vicky, there's two Vickies here, so I'm unmuting both of them. Vicky.
Yo.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Long time.
Long time no talk.
Yeah. I just have a quick question, Marco. You were talking about the luxury home flips and charity.
Yes.
Charity event you can hold. I'm just wondering, like, why would the owner let us hold a charity event? Like, suppose he lives there. Like, why would he let us do that?
Why would they let us do an event for a charity in their property?
Yeah.
Because we have full control of the property for the next 6 months, and we can do whatever the heck we want in the property. That's part of the conversation that we're having. It's part of the option pitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't part of. Like, I haven't attended anything.
You weren't in that circle.
So.
You weren't in that circle of trust at the time, Mr. Vicky. But now you are.
Yeah. I was trying to make it on my own.
You're trying to, and how did that work out for you, Mr. Vicky?
It was great, man. Didn't make a lot of money.
You're learning a lot more now, aren't you? Working with me?
Man, it's been, I don't know if a lot of people here that have not worked with you, but it's been pretty great. I only started last week, so.
Wow, you've been a little bit more than last week because you were bugging me while I was on vacation. Like, caca. It's like, it's all good. Still love you. All right. So the answer is because that's part of the deal. So apparently my email address is not working on the. So maybe I gave you the wrong email. It is possible because I have a learning disability when it comes to remembering email addresses. Okay, it is geek@reemastery.com. There's no mkgeek. Forgive me. It's just geek@reemastery.com. All right, so I'm giving you this email again. Forgive me. There we go. That is the correct address. It just pops up as mkgeek in my inbox. So forgive me on that. All right. Shams. Shoot.
Hi. Okay, Marco, what are like points when it comes for a loan?
Points are a percentage of the loan. So if they lend you 100,000 and there's 1 point, it's 1,000. It's 1% of the loan value.
So that's basically over the interest rate, right?
It's over the interest rate. So, and that is paid. That's why we have credits. So they roll that into the loan.
Okay, so if they say 10% interest rate with 7 points, so it will be
Pay 7% more upfront on the loan, but they can roll that into the loan if it's in your contract.
okay.
Part of the reason why we do the credit system.
Okay. Okay, got it.
That make sense?
That's it. Okay.
That was easy. That's it?
Yep.
Sure?
Yep. Yeah. For the time being.
All right. Well, every day ask me 25 questions and then there's none left for the jam session. So you know what? No questions for you, Shams. No more questions for you. Only jam sessions. All right. Let's go back to Karen Chung, who was MIA. Karen, I don't know what happened to you, but as soon as I opened the door, you ran away. Karen. Miss Karen Chung. Here we go.
Yep. Hi, Marco.
Hey, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Just trying to figure my way out still.
Oh, well. That's, all you have to do is market more and get more deals.
Yeah. Yeah, just a different strategy I was just thinking about and see what you think of it. I found like an agent that would just prepare properties and get them ready for HUD.
Uh-huh.
Is there any pitfall in just using an agent? They're able to organize for rehab and get a HUD tenant in?
There's no problem with that. On the acquisition side or on the sales side? The front end or the back end? Because I usually don't like buying properties from agents. I'm not saying I don't, because we just did today. But generally, if there's an agent involved, and I'm saying generally, I'm not, and this is a generalization. This is not all the time, obviously, because you have some really amazing agents that get you some really great deals, and they deserve to be paid. But a lot of times when there's an agent involved, it's overpriced in most cases.
Yeah, they are not selling the property. They are just organizing rehab and getting their HUD tenants in. So I still need to talk to them and find out more.
Yeah, but that's fine as long as you have a property purchased, and that will be part of a management fee. Any manager can do that for you. Any property manager.
What are some of the good questions I should be asking these agents, just to make sure that they'll do the job right?
First, have they done it before? How well are they?
Yeah.
Are they? I'm not sure what their role is yet. So for me to ask the question is, I want to make sure I'm not giving you the wrong info. Can you send me an email with? By the way, your guy, I've tried to call him twice, no answer.
Okay.
So do you have a number without an extension? Because if I call, I'm usually calling after 5.
Yeah, it's an extension
Yeah,
phone.
I need a better number. So if you can email him and say what's a better number, because I can't get through to that number. I've tried twice.
Yep, okay. And I can send you an email more about this agent.
Specifically what they're looking, because right now you're basically trying to build a business around the agent, and I would prefer you do what we're doing and then have the agent go around our business. Karen, market as much as possible and find a deal at the best possible price. What happened to the one that was, because you had the one that was living in Las Vegas where she wanted some money and you take over her debt and all that stuff. That was a pretty decent, that would look pretty hopeful. Is that one still alive?
I'm not sure anymore. I emailed her our last offer, but the thing is she's still trying to sell it off, and she was like doing more open houses. So I thought I don't want to chase it up too much.
Just stay tuned after this call, Karen. Let me hop on a call with you right after this, and let's try to call her.
Okay.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, thanks, Marco.
I'd love to see another Australian win. I would love to see another Australian winner. Actually, I want to see everybody winning, obviously, but Karen needs to win too. Reggie. Here we go. Reggie, talk to me, brother. You have to hit, there we go.
Yeah. Hi, Marco.
How are you, my friend? Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year. So what I did was I was on my cell phone. I came home and connected back on my computer,
Cool,
and I
cool.
lost
No problem, no problem.
you. So my question is about these 15 duplexes, 30 doors, and we consider this as a residential units, right?
Yes, give me address of one of them.
Oh, just okay. That's
Generally, when people put things in packages, I've seen a lot of packages over the years, and I'm going to generalize again. I'm not saying it's like this all the time, so please don't assume that because I'm saying it's always like this, that's cash, like this is how it is. Generally, when there's an investor that puts a package together, they retail it because the rents are high, and they see, well, if you have a 35-unit building under one roof, and they're selling it at a 10 cap, we'll package this 35 properties into that have 35 roofs, and this is a 20 cap. So we're going to sell it at a 10 cap, which is doubling the value. So residential is always, the value is always based on comps. If you buy a property, even in a package that's higher than its value, you'll never be able to sell it. So why would I buy a property, a duplex, for more than it's worth when I could just buy 30 of my own duplexes for a discount? If that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's 2922 Albert Drive.
2922 Albert Drive?
Yeah, ELBERD
Yes.
Drive, Memphis. He gave me only one address for the all 15 units, but
I don't want all of them. All right. And what's he asking per door approximately?
So roughly he gave an average around the total portfolio he asked for 420,000.
And there's how many of these duplexes?
15.
15?
Yeah, 15.
And what does he say the value of the package is?
Sorry, he asked for 620,000. Sorry, not 420, 620.
Is that what the value is?
The value is for each of them. He said average is between 45 to 50,000.
All right, so let's say let's do a conservative number here. I do it with my calculator. That Harnack. All right, so if they're worth 45 times 15, 675. We need to buy them for under, and there's 15 of them, right?
Yes.
So let's say 5,000, and they're duplexes.
Yeah.
So let's say 75. Whoops. So let's say 7,500 in repairs for all of them. Oops. 7,500 times 12. Do they need any work at all? Or he says they're in perfect condition?
They're in perfect condition, they're saying.
Perfect condition. All right.
Yeah.
Then let's say that it only needs 5, because I don't believe in perfect condition. So 60. So 45 times 15 is a value of 675 times 0.7 minus 60. The most you could pay is 412. That's Mayo.
Mayo, yeah.
What is he at?
He's at right now. He's at about 570,000 because he's taking average of not 45. He's going up with 50,000 approximately.
All right. So if he does a $50,000 average times 15 times 0.7 minus 60,000 is 465. So I'd say 450 just to be safe.
Okay. Now, how does the funding work on this one? If it is evaluated residential, would the funding be total?
You can get Visio funding to do 80% financing on this. Visio just, Ralph, I don't know if Ralph is on here. Hang on a second. I'm going to unmute you for 1 second. Ralph, I'm unmuting you. Ralph, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What did you apply for on your 2 duplexes?
Mid-December.
No, not when. The amount.
The amount. Well, we asked for 155, and I think the loan now is about 120 that they're giving us. We just have to fill up one last form.
All right. So they're giving you 120,000, and what is the contract on the property?
155.
Right. But what are you buying the property for? 80.
Yeah, both properties like 80, but we put the clause with the
some maneuvers in there, and you're getting 80,000 on 120,000. You're getting 120,000 when you ask for 80, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what we need for the purchase price.
These are residential properties. These are triplexes.
Yeah.
Right. So we're basically going to get 100% financing on those.
Okay.
And they need work. So
Okay.
they're going to give you some cash to renovate the properties.
Okay. So my quote will be at 450.
The most you can pay is 450, Reggie. If you go
Okay.
more than 450, you're not doing yourself a favor.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now, if you want to be at 450, where do you need to start at?
Well, 400.
Correct. Yeah. But don't start at 450 and say, why aren't we at 450?
No.
You go back to your roots and say be aggressive on saying there's no way that I'll give you this. We have to be in the low 400s. If it's not the low 400s, I won't buy it. And you got to be strong on this.
Okay.
All right.
But he's coming back a couple of times asking what we can put it up. So that's why I was after you.
Low fours. Just say low fours, man. Just it's got to be. It's probably 405, 407. I'd prefer 400. I could maybe go up to 407.
Okay.
And then you start very slowly going up the ladder.
Okay. Got it.
Got it. Are you coming back to Success Reflex this month or next month? When are you coming?
No, I'm coming this month, next week.
Next week. Very good. All right. I'll see you next week. Are you coming with your beautiful wife?
No, she's not coming.
Oh, she's the smart one in the relationship. That's too bad.
Absolutely, yeah. But she can't make it.
I'm teasing you. Tell her I said hello.
Thank you, Marco.
Oh, you're listening. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm at home now. That's why I said.
Very good.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. I'm going to miss you, Mary. I'm going to miss you a lot.
I know.
All right. Very good. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye, guys. All right. Yang has a question. Go ahead, Yang. Yang.
Hey, Marco. How are you?
How are you, my friend?
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Happy
Good. Yeah, you too. Just a quick question, right? For the assignment contract, you send it to me. You send me a file. I know you send me a addendum. So I think the file is a regular contract. The addendum is kind of you attached to the regular sales contract, right?
Two versions of it. They're both that say the same thing, but in different ways.
Okay. The one in the email body is a allow simple one, right? Just use that and that's it, right?
Yes.
Okay. And also you said that there's some forms on your Real Mastery website. When there, I saw a bunch of videos, didn't see the forms. You said just a slash forms you get in?
No, it's not slash forms. Just if you can't find them, email the email that I said, and we'll change your access portal. It means your access is incorrect, which means you can't see them. There's a lot of content on there that unless whoever entered you into the system didn't put you in correctly, which is possible. When we changed our platform, it could have been that the upload was done incorrectly, which has happened because we have a few students that are in different programs where some people have access to things don't have access to things that they should. So just say, hey, I need access to this. I'm going to get an email saying, can you please verify that this is true? Because everyone's going to say, hey, I want everything. And I'll check your file and I'll make sure that I know you're a diamond, so you're going to be all diamonds have access to everything. So you should have access to everything.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Cool. Yep. the answer is yes, Rob. You should go into financing. I would send your the application to Rob, or not Rob, to Pete, but put a contract together for me real quick, Rob, and I'll modify it so it's very similar to what Ralph did, so you can get that thing financed. All right. Where are we on closing colonnade is Kim's question. We need the bids so we know exactly what we're faced with. We're going to close this week, though. All right. I think that was the last question. Holy crap. Oh, no, Vicky has a question. Again, you have to hit the Q. You have to put Q, just one Q. That would be fantastic. Vicky has another question. Probably no, just kidding. We have a few. Sorry, Ralph, you came up first before Vicky. Go ahead, Ralph.
Marco, it's Nick.
Oh, it's Nick. Damn it. Sorry, I don't want to talk to you.
I tricked you, Marco. I tricked you.
What's up, man?
Good question. Okay, you know the property we have right now, the 1318 Cherry Avenue, the single-family home?
Yep.
Let's say we wanted to do a strategy, because with the tenant in there, that we do like a lease option, like, a rent-to-own type of thing. Do you think that would be a good idea?
Well, you already have a tenant in there. So I would suggest that ask the tenant if they want to buy the property.
Yeah.
Say, how much cash do you have? Get a little bit of cash from them, and then there's no management, there's no anything. You basically cut out all expenses except for taxes and insurance.
Got you. Okay.
But make sure they put a little bit down. What's that thing worth?
Well, it's probably worth around 26,000.
You can get $2-3 grand out of the guy. It's going to be you're going to have a perfect tenant.
Perfect.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yep. Just get $2 or $3 grand out of the guy. Raise his rent like $50, if that, $25-$30. And
do we ask our property manager to do this type of thing? Because she does those kind of contracts as well.
Well, no, I would just go directly. You can, but then you don't have to pay the property manager anymore for that management. I would give her a little bit of a percentage of the down payment,
Okay.
but you don't have management to pay anymore.
Okay, then we do like a contract with the client and
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, worst case, you'll tell us exactly the details.
How's the renovation coming along with the 22 unit that you have?
Good, man. Good. Actually, everything. We had some a lot of plumbing issues that needed to be fixed and this and that, leakages. But if Matt fixed everything. He's a great contractor in Ohio, man. This guy's solid. So if anyone wants to use him, no problem.
When's he done, by the way? When's he finished? Because I have a 17 unit I need to get renovated, so I might actually use him if he's not
probably done. I think this week or next week is gonna be his last week.
I need him to go to Cleveland and do a bid for me. Send me a quick text and I'll give him the address because Kim, I'm on this. We're on the same page. We have a 17 unit that we picked up for $3,000. 3,017 units, and I want him to Section 8 it. We'll do.
I'll wait for the Greek taxes. Thanks.
Thanks, buddy. You're funny. I don't understand what that meant at all, but you're still funny. Vic, here, buddy. Vicky. Going once. Vicky going twice. Vicky. Sorry, buddy. Your email. You're not on properly. Pay attention or you're out. Yan. Stella.
Hi.
Stella.
Sounds like I'm dying.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good. I have a question because today we talked about the 3 duplex.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I understand the number right.
Yes.
The 3 duplex, it's worth about $200K.
Yes.
And the seller wants to ask for 81, and then we talk about up to 7K, right?
70.
Yes. Oh, sorry, 70K. And why we still going down? Okay. Because it's already worth.
Give me one address. I'll tell you why.
Okay. Oh God, where's my address? Right here. No, right here. I think I did. Is the first one's 1008 Logan Street, L-O-G,
408.
yeah,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Logan Street,
Yes. I need more than that. There's
Greensboro. I can't pronounce that.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah. You need zip code?
I found it, even though I can't spell.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to see. How much work does it need?
There's another two.
Hang on.
Well, when I asked him, like he said, either the seller or the agent doesn't know. They say you don't have to do urgent, but it's in a rough shape. But tenants still live there.
Is there a tenant right there? Is there a tenant now?
Yeah, the tenant, they all there.
Why is this not here? Because what I understood is that it needed a lot of work and it was in a bad area.
Yeah, there's a two more address. One, the other one's 1012 and the 1013. Three duplex. Oh, because of the bad area, right?
Hit and run, forcible entry, obtaining, hit and run, common law robbery, failure to return hired property, not reclaimed, dangerous weapon, burglary. Not too terrible. Larceny, burglary. It's not the best area in the world. There's a lot of crime in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Look at all these. There's 22 crimes here. Vandalism. All right. What's the other one?
The other one, the same on the same street. It's 1012.
All right.
And a 1013.
So they're all in Logan. So they're all in this area, right?
Yeah. Same street.
Yeah. So the crime is not the best. And what are the rents coming in?
I think this is a year revenue is 15K.
Total revenue net or gross?
Gross.
15K times 0.6?
Yeah.
It's going to be more than that because your maintenance is going to be higher because you have more around and more vacancy. So let's call it 7,500. So if you're making a gross of 15, let's divide that in half to 7,500. And the it's 70,000. What do you think? It's a 10.7 cap on a residential property that you're buying for, for maybe a discount that you'll never be able to sell either. That's why I want you to pay 50,000.
Okay.
You understand?
So at this point, ignore the zero price.
I know the area is not a desirable area at all. It's got a fairly high crime, and the turnover is going to be not something that we're interested in. And unless there's a 4 in front of it, or if there's a 4 in front of it, we'll pay cash. But it's not worth 70,000 to us. Sorry.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah, I don't want you to be put in a position where, I got a deal, and then you're miserable that you got a deal. A lot of people are very excited to get deals, but you want to get the right deal. It's better to get the right deal than the wrong deal, and then be miserable getting the wrong deal, because that's worse than getting the right deal any day of the week.
Okay, I just texted the Jonathan. Remember before Christmas, the Jonathan who has
yeah. Did they sell that property?
No, he just told me not yet.
I have to call him.
Please.
We closed a deal with him. We closed a deal with him. Call actually bought 2 mobile home parks, 40 cap. That was a 40% return. A guy at Wraparound. 40% return on that deal, and the agent was like, the lender was very difficult, very harsh, and Jonathan was like, you can ask him. He said nobody in the office thought this thing would close, and I came up with a solution, and we closed, and no one thought we could. So the guy thinks I'm a genius. I'm not a genius. I've just seen this before. So I'm glad that we closed. So it is what it is. So yeah.
Yeah. You can make things happen. So.
Sorry, I didn't mean to unmute you. Sorry. Big mistake. Sorry, Ann. I accidentally.
That's okay.
Yes.
No worry.
Yeah. I just, I don't know everything, but I work hard at trying to figure things out. So, thank you, Stella, for your input. All right, guys, that's all the time we have, and we're a little bit past our hour break, our hour mark. But I hope you get a lot out of these calls. They're very important to me. I really want you to hear how other people are doing, how other people are also struggling, how other people are also doing well. We have a 22-year-old kid that's about to do over $1 million in deals. His net worth is going to significantly increase, more than most Canadians do in a lifetime of working hard in a very short period of time. And we have people that are watching shit happen, literally just watching every week and doing absolutely nothing, and not even just wishing that they could do it or trying on their own. I know Vicky tried it on his own for a long time, got nowhere. He's a smart kid. Vicky's a very, very smart guy. He's in his mid-20s, I think. Vicky, I have no idea how old you are, but you look like you're 22. And he's already got a hotel under contract. We have almost a couple of done. All of you that are working closely with me, I can't say all of you. A lot of you are on this call, and you know the value that I bring to the table. So I'm looking forward to motivating you next week, getting you out to the finish line, and let's get your deals closed. Let's make, like I said, 2017 the best one ever, and the only way to do that is by working your ass off and hustling. Don't give up. Keep working at it. Hustle, hustle. If anyone is interested in Success Reflex, it's coming up next weekend full. Sorry, can't take any more people. February, we have an opening 17th, 18th, and 19th, and then March 17th, 18th, and 19th as well. So if you can come live, work with me for 3 days. It comes with 3 months of ass kicking. I will be more than happy to see you there and more than happy to kick your butt. So get your ass over to my house, and I'll show you how it's done. Email me at kembotrust@gmail.com, KEMBOtrust@gmail.com. We'll get you sorted out. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.